I don't get it. You can't get graded like that. It's like you driving, having your driving test. You pass your test online and then you're giving the kids to go out there and drive. Unless you've in a car, unless you experience the driving and understand what's around you, how can you get your test online or in the post? I just don't get it. It's completely useless. Hi and welcome to Sam's Judo. We just finished videoing our online judo, and I thought I'll share one of my thoughts with you. It's been brought to my attention there's been a lot of Zoom gradings going on around these days. To me, that undervalues the student. You know, you cannot confuse shadow training and practicing by yourself to actual reality. Those of you who don't know what Zoom grading is, and correct me if I'm wrong, is where people actually go online and they're filmed doing the techniques at home, shadow Uchi Komi, going through the motions of doing ogoshi or sotogari, getting the names, terminology right. And then at the end of the day, the instructor decides to grade them. Now, don't get me wrong, a lot of the Zoom grading seems to be for low grades. To me, low grades are more fundamental than high grades, because that you've got to have a very strong foundation and you've got to value yourself. There's a big difference between doing shadow Uchi Komi at home or with ropes and rubber bands and pretending to do the movements than actually being on the mat and physically going through the physical and spiritual emotions of fighting. You cannot compensate. You cannot substitute reality with pretense. I'm very concerned. We already have a problem with the value of judo going down. If we adopt this new method of people being graded at home through the internet or their phone, what value? To me, when I could explain every one of my grades. The grading, you need to have a story to tell. You need to be proud of it. You need to experience it. You got to go home and ache and feel the pain. I personally will not be very proud to tell somebody I've got my orange belt online. This is a fundamental mistake. Personally, there's not a lot I can do about it, but bring it to your attention. But on the long run, it serves no purpose. It undermines the ethos of judo, martial arts in general. If you want to be graded, you need to go to the dojo and be traditionally graded. You need to randori, you need to contest. We need to see that you can implement everything we've taught you. Personally, I'm very strict with my gradings, but every one of my students can handle themselves, technically, physically, and educationally. So please be aware, because it would have huge consequences. I mean, my question is, what's the rush? Why do people want to be graded so soon? You know, we've got an epidemic, we've got a problem, we've got a lockdown. It's not going to last forever. Why do you want to get the grading? Why do you want a postman to bring your grading? This is fundamentally wrong. It undermines everything you're trying to do. Wait and get your grade and have a story to tell. This is so important for your well-being. I mean, if you want your grading that bad, why don't you go on Amazon and just get your grade, which is exactly what's happening at the moment. You know, a belt only keeps your trousers up. A belt is just a little recognition of your ability, how long you've been doing judo. And it also helps you protect yourself on the mat. It tells everyone else how long you've been doing judo. So if you're getting your grades online and you go on the mat, people will treat you as a yellow belt, or green belt, orange belt. You know, at the end of the day, guys and girls, you've got to be able to back up your ability. Yes? And there's one thing doing it virtually, and there's another thing doing it realistically. We already have many high grades who can't do judo properly. This is another step going backwards again. So it's important. Judo's for life. Martial art is for life. I don't understand the rush. Surely what's important is you having the ability and the knowledge and the know-how to back up everything that you know and do. So be very careful what people are offering you. Yes, is it financial? Surely the value of a student should be placed on what they can actually do. And the way to do that is to do it on the mat. Otherwise, we're doing a substitution to make a student feel that he's better than he is and what he can't really do. You can't substitute something that we're pretending to the reality on the mat. Anyway, I think this is just my opinion. I thought I'd share my opinion with you. I can't stop people doing what they do. It's up to you if that's what you want to do. You want to get graded like that. But what do you guys think? Do you think it's getting a substitute grading compensates for everything that you're doing, or would you actually get on the mat and actually get in a fight and express your judo like you should do? My personal opinion, I think this is a negative step for the future of judo, and it serves no purpose at all. It's a pretend grade. It's not real for me. But thank you for listening. I'll be happy to hear your views, start a conversation. I'm quite concerned that people are getting graded on a camera. Yes, this is, in my opinion, very wrong. As I said, you can't drive a car, you can't drive a plane, just basically if you haven't driven it. Yes, otherwise just go and buy a belt if you're really, really, that interested in a belt.